Too loud. Hey y'all. I just wanted to go live, guys, because one, I'm just trying to get in the habit of going live. But also we're about to enter into feminine energy, which is energy that is more stagnant with, being that we're in September. So I just wanted to get a hop on here, talk to the people who get seasonal depression. Make sure y'all are actively seeking joy in your life. But yeah, and so in September is the autumn equinox. At the autumn equinox is when the sun starts getting further away from the earth. And when that's happening, which I'm starting to feel the energy of this now, a lot of people are, during these periods, they're the destructive cycles. So autumn and winter are the destructive cycles. That's when you're in that feminine, purely feminine energy, and you're meant to rest. But we don't really prioritize that in this society, the rest that we actually need. Like the work cycle is Aries season to Libra season. But when we hit Libra season, that's over. So, okay. Sorry. Hey y'all. There's so many people coming in. Hey y'all. But I feel like I've been trying to prioritize rest, but it's so hard to prioritize rest in this society because, not all of us get the privilege to rest, especially being an entrepreneur. Like, I don't have no set schedule, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm delivering on all these things. But I feel burnt out. I feel so burnt out. Like, I don't want to do nothing. Like, don't call me to go out to eat. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to garden and meditate. That's it. Hey, y'all. I am tired. Not you look tired. That's crazy. Thank you. I am tired. But yeah, I wanted to hop on here and talk about when this feminine energy comes around, because I think it's really important for us to understand that feminine energy, or that rest period, the destructive cycle, is meant for us to pull away from the world and work on what we want to work on. It's time for us to set goals. It's time for us to prioritize ourselves, figure out what we want our next year to look like, So as we enter this energy, I think it'll be a really good idea at the autumn equinox, because the autumn equinox is huge for manifesting. I think it's a really good idea that we just, as a collective, just start trying to envision the world that we want. What do we want for ourselves? Like, what do we want for our life? And as I was thinking about that, I was talking to somebody that I met off of TikTok. I was talking to her, and she was just telling me she don't necessarily really know how to plan. And I was wondering if that was a thing. Like, do a lot of people feel that way? Like, they just don't know how to plan for whatever it is that they want to bring into this material realm? Because it really necessarily hasn't been in my experience, because I've always been somebody who had the entrepreneur spirit. So a lot of us, some of us have the energy where we can direct ourselves, but some people don't have energy where they can direct themselves. Oh, thank you. I was just listening to your podcast. Thank you. It's so crazy that so many of y'all are discovering the podcast and loving the content. I love that. I think that's part of the reason why I'm tired is because I'm always researching, studying, and trying to put something together. But I love getting great feedback about the podcast, because it really, my heart and soul goes into literally everything that I do. And I think I'm really good at giving a well-rounded approach to things. So it's a lot of work on my side, but I love when y'all get to reap the benefits of the knowledge that I choose to share with you guys. Has anybody been watching the YouTube content? I would love to hear some feedback on that. Is my music too loud? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I really do. I just feel like everything I learned in school feels like a sham. Like everything, I feel like they was not teaching us what we actually needed to know. Like we needed to know emotional regulation. We needed to know how to handle our finances. Like it was so much more that they could have actually taught us that was useful, that applies to everybody, that they just chose not to. Because they need us to be dependent on them. Hey. So yeah, so when I be trying to, just share knowledge and share information, it comes from my own journey of me just needing answers about just life in general, me needing answers about the universe, me not understanding nothing, because the math was never mathing for me. Every time that I was in school, it's like I did what I had to do because I knew I was supposed to do it. Like I knew how to master their system, but I never I never could get with any of the stuff that they was talking about. And I knew it was more to it. So I just started going on this journey where I was like, I'm just going to look for myself. And really what happened though, what really set me into this journey was that I had a cleaning business and I had decided to quit my job at a law firm. And I was just like, you know what, I'm going to just go on this cleaning business, full in. And I was making, a lot of money doing it. So I'm like, hell yeah, I might as well just open my own business, whatever. Or continue on in my own business, because I was getting very, very tired of working with some of the women that I was working with, because working with women that don't look like me is just like torture sometimes, because some of them assimilate to the patriarchy, which makes it just really fucking hard for me to do my job. And some of them feel like they can't do their job. They can't be good at their job while I'm being good at my job too. And it's just like, damn, just come over here and ask for some help, sis. I got you. It's not even that deep. I forgot what I was saying, y'all. That's how I do. Hey, y'all. Yeah. But yeah, I put my heart and soul into everything, y'all. But sis is tired. Can somebody tell me what I was talking about? Hi, Sunshine. Haven't seen your name in a while. But yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm grateful you found me too. I'm grateful for the connection, y'all. I feel like I have a bunch of new followers and I'm like a wealth of information. Like it was at one point in time I decided that I was going to be the resource for my community. And, oh no, that's what I was telling y'all. So I met this man. So basically I quit my job at a law firm because I was tired of all the BS. And I went out on my own. And when I went out on my own, the literal Monday where I was about to be working for myself, one of my, how did I quit? Yeah, I just sent an email. That job, let me tell y'all how to get smart in the corporate America. Every time somebody play with you in corporate America, you need to, in your email, put a folder with their name on it. And every time they disrespect you, put that right up in that folder. So when I quit that job, I literally called him on the phone and I told him it was right when COVID had just started too. So I was like, hey, look, I'm gonna go out on my own. I don't really feel comfortable there. And he was just like, what has been going on? And I sent him the folders for everybody who had a collective piece in my departure. I sent him all the fucking folders. And I was like, because it was this one, oh my God, I can't even tell y'all the story about the lady. She was getting on my damn nerves. Then she gonna try to follow me on Facebook. Girl, why are you following me? I made it very clear that we are not friends. But I just sent him a folder of all the stuff. I don't play when it comes to workplace harassment, abuse, none of that. Because I've always been like a very high performing person because I had something to prove back then. I was a high functioning person. So when you a high functioning person and that person is used to them being centered in every success story, and then hear your ass come along barking up their tree, they not like that. They not like when you barking up their tree, baby. And I was barking up them people tree. But yeah, so I was, the day that I had quit the job, what was that, Friday? Monday, I had a new client. And my friend called me and was like, hey Jemiah. My friend called me and was like, hey, this man, is looking for a cleaner, like, pull up on him. He on Mass Ave, which is a place in Indiana. So I'm like, okay, cool. Pull up on the guy, and I clean his house like within an hour. And he was like, my cleaners be here all day. Like, how did you clean my house so fast? And I'm like, your house is not even that fucking big. I don't understand why they would be here all day. And so we just started chopping it up. And I was telling him, I used to be a paralegal. Like, I'm just trying to find my way right now. Da da da. And he hired me for a position. And that's when I learned all the stuff about like the straw men in America and how the shit is all a fucking scam. And I went down so many rabbit holes during that period of time. I don't think even that day where I learned the information for the first time, I didn't go to bed till 4 o'clock in the morning because I was on their ass. It's like every single thing that I touched was just blowing my mind. And I'm just like, how did I not know this? And I think that sparked something inside of me, like the curiosity inside of me, where I was just like, you know what else did I know? Because y'all kind of got me messed up. So yeah, so I try to put it out there, and it do come at a cost. Sometimes it's my ability to get some rest. Sometimes it's other things, attacks from the outside. But to me, it's worth it because I feel like you just shouldn't take away people's truth. Or you shouldn't take away people's choice. So you should always be giving them the truth. I loved all of the lives last night. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And also, too, y'all be careful. I will never reach out to y'all for a reading. I get so many people who write me and say that somebody has reached out for them for a reading. And a lot of the pages I have gotten taken down, but now it's so many of them that it's nothing that I can do about it. And people have been asking me, too, about, like, saving videos. I took away that function because people were stealing my videos for those fake pages. So sorry, guys. I love y'all deep. Y'all know I do. But yeah. I would love it if you guys watch the YouTube content, though, because I literally was today, like, of course, writing for the content or whatever. And it's so many correlations between everything. And I think that, just being in this duality consciousness sometimes, it makes us like want to separate things. Like everything is separate. Hey, team. Everything is separate when everything is not separate. Everything is the same thing. And I try to do a good job of like articulating that through the new series. Hey, y'all. So I just got out of a shadow work class, and we were talking about what I talked to you guys about the other day about the daddy trauma and how I just hadn't realized that my dad had broke my heart in like a very young age. And I had basically lost trust with myself because I kept believing him and I held on faith. I was the last person in the house to have faith in this man. My YouTube is Big Taj with 2 J's. If you look at my bio and click the Instagram, it's the thing that says Instagram, it'll pop down too underneath that label. But I realized that I had lost the ability to trust myself because I held on to faith for him for so fucking long. And now I'm at this point where I need to have a conversation with him, but it's hard for me because I grew up in a house where we didn't really talk about stuff, We didn't talk about nothing. Like, we would just get mad at each other and not talk to each other for a little while and then come back when everything was cool. Act like nothing ever happened. Like, the psychopathic way of doing everything. And so now I'm in this position where I have to, tell somebody that I really love that they really hurt me in a profound way. And it fucking sucks because I don't want to hurt his feelings. And I know for a fact what I have to say is going to hurt his feelings. Because I am very highly intelligent. Okay? So when I say something, it's gonna hit home every single time. And I'll just be trying to just be careful with that. Hey, Candies. I do feel like that. What's crazy is my mama actually told me that she felt like I was the generational curse breaker. And I looked at her and I was like, girl, no, you just didn't do your job right. Like, you was the generational curse breaker. Now I gotta come in here and do this. Do you think that I want to be the one who always says something? That's literally what I told my mama earlier. I was like, I feel like I'm gonna have to say something, whatever. I might talk to my dad. And she was just like, yeah, because your brother just don't care. And I'm like, it's not that he doesn't care. He absolutely cares. He just act like it's not a fucking problem. So I have to be the one to always say something. That be irking me that it's always me who has to be the one who speaks up for everybody. Yeah, I agree. I get that energy about you. That's why I comment and let you know you're on point. Thank you so much. I am though, and my mama was just like, Taja, I think the way that you see life really helps people, like really helps it to get through to people what the issue is, because it's not like you attacking them. Like you said, in a very loving way, like you consider them in a situation, like it's not all bad. It's a very balanced assessment of the situation. So I feel like it really lands and sticks, and I'm just like, yeah, I do too, but like, Jesus. Sometimes I want to be the one that's taken care of. Sometimes I want to be the one where I can just sit back and y'all can go ahead and go at him. And I could just be, yeah, what she said on the side. Yeah, prioritizing yourself is so important. And I am in my villain era when it comes to that, because I think that I did a lot of people pleasing growing up, and I feel like I could not say no to nobody. Like I feel like everybody was in a tough spot, everybody struggling. Like we might as well help each other out, but that came with a lot of sacrifices for me. I think a lot of my childhood was given up, especially if you have a friend. So for me, the something that was prevalent in like my family was that if you were an older kid, you had to watch the other kids. And that really does rob your kid of their innocence, because now they can't go and be in after school sports. Now they can't go and do this and do that because they got to come home and watch your kids. So I feel like my whole life I've been taking care of a lot of people. So I'm in my villain era. And the reason why I say that now is because now I don't give a fuck. I literally responded in a group chat yesterday after somebody had just FaceTimed me. Like I do not, like, you got to set an appointment. You got to have a wristband. You can't just be coming over here calling me all willy-nilly out the blue. And FaceTime is crazy. FaceTime is crazy. You better off calling me regular. But I've really been prioritizing myself. And if I just don't have it, if I don't have the energy, if every time I talk to this person, they draining me, like I can't answer, I'm just not going to. And I used to feel so bad. I used to feel so much shame for that. But I told you I'm extreme. I went 6 months saying no to everybody. After I was like, you know what? Everybody is using and abusing me. Don't call me for nothing. And for like 6 months, don't call me to pick up your kid. Don't call me to do nothing, because the answer is no. Until I got comfortable and I stopped feeling shame for saying no. Now that's extreme. I'm not telling y'all to do that. But that's what I did. Yeah, I don't mean like it technically. I'm just being goofy. I don't mean like I'm a villain, because I know I'm not the villain, but I am prioritizing myself, and I could see how other people would see me as that way, because I remember specifically the moment where my auntie decided to prioritize herself, and to me it felt very fucking personal. It felt like she just was like, F me, and I didn't really have nobody, because my auntie was like my, the person I went to for everything. Like all the stuff that you go to your mama about, I went to my auntie about. So when she started setting boundaries and stuff, I took it very personally, and I felt abandoned by her. But it wasn't her abandoning me, it was her prioritizing her. So the reason why I said my villain era is because I am going to look like the villain to the people who are used to being dependent on me. But I don't care, is the thing about it. Oh, that's the thing about it. I love them. How do you not feel guilty about saying no? That's my struggle. See, what I did is that I said no until I felt comfortable. I literally just kept doing it because I felt shame, and I was just like coaching myself through it. Like when I get a text message just like, hey, can you pick up my son? I would literally take a breath, take a second, then I would text back and be like, oh no, I'm sorry, I can't do it today. And just leave it at that. And they usually text me back like, oh, it's okay, because people not used to you saying no. If you usually the person who's saying no, sometimes I would get people who would try to convince me, and I'd be like, no, I said no. Like I kind of got mean about it. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I kind of got mean about it. Hold on, I'm trying to see what else y'all said. It's not selfish, it's self-preservation. Yeah, it was. Like I felt like, if somebody wanted to have a conversation with me about it, I was definitely open to that and letting people know like that I was struggling, because I feel like, at that point I was back depressed, and I was just like, I'm not doing this no more. Like it's over. And I feel like every time I move back home, sometimes I really get depressed, because I feel like it's so many people who start pulling on my energy. because I am this wealth of knowledge and because I am so helpful, I think it's so many people. When I come back home, when I move away, I don't hear from them. But I come back home and everybody has my number. Everybody's calling me. I'm everybody's person. And I just had to be like, no, babe, we're not doing that. We're not doing that no more, baby. Your dream post got me a huge revelation today, so thank you. Oh, you're welcome. I be having some weird ass dreams. Hey, Maine, I love you back. Every time I say no, I get guilt tripped. Yeah, you just gotta stand hard on it. Like, really, really stand on your square. If you say no and they try to guilt trip you or whatever, just don't respond. Don't even entertain it. Because the only reason why they guilt tripping you is because it usually works on you. So now you gotta show them that it don't work. And be intentional about that. It's okay to feel guilty for not being there. But I think a lot of our guilt and our shame in those specific situations come from the fact that we're trying to prove that we're a good friend, we're a good cousin, we're a good, whatever. And we're trying to be there for somebody, but you can't even be there for yourself right now. That's where I was at. I was so drained. I was so used up. My cup was so empty. I couldn't even be there for myself. I don't have nothing to give you. Like, I waited to the very last minute. That's why I preach what I preach, because I don't want y'all to have to wait to the last minute. I don't want y'all to have to bump y'all fucking head. You can start prioritizing you right fucking now. So, yeah. Just show them that you're not going for it. Hey, Moonflower. Yeah, don't let them cross your boundary. Like, your boundaries and your needs are so important, and they so important, so much so that if you're not setting them, you block your ability to manifest in this reality. You literally are blocking your throat when you're not able to communicate what your needs and stuff are. And so it's really, really important that you do that. And that's why a lot of our society is trying to stop us from being able to express how we feel about things. Yeah, let them be mad. Yeah, I say no with enjoyment because I don't give a fuck and I'm at peace. I heard that. Yeah, Amir made a great point. You can say no and still feel guilty. And I did. At the beginning of me saying no, I felt really guilty. I felt so much shame. And that's why, and the fact that I felt as much shame and guilt that I did, it made me so mad. Because I was like, dang, like, they really got you down bad. They really got you down bad. You're in a cage. You're a prisoner. They can call you anytime and you're off the way. You're going to jump, skip, and hop. So I was just like, yeah, nah. I just felt guilty until I didn't. That's why I say keep saying no until you don't. Yeah. If I didn't tell people no, they laugh at me. What's crazy is that at work, I had great boundaries. The problem with me is when I love you. When I love you, I have a problem saying no to you. When I've decided that you're my friend, like, I'm a Taurus. We are super fucking loyal, baby. What do you need? I'm right fucking here. I become a damn lapdog. And I'm just like, no, you can't do that no more. And I've been doing that since I was a kid. I'm burnt out. You've used up all you could use. And it's not, a lot of us don't have problems. And I think for me too, is that I'm an empath. So if we about to have a conversation, obviously if I'm telling you no and you really need me or whatever the case may be, maybe you feel a little bit betrayed by me because I'm all you got, whatever the situation may be. I know that if you want to have a conversation with it, it's about to be a heavy conversation. And because I feel emotions, now I'm about to have to feel all of your shit and all of my shit. So I just be like, just save it. I already know how you feel, baby. I can just tap into it. Yeah, you got to be able to set good boundaries. You got to be able to speak your truth. You got to be able to exist authentically as you if you're going to manifest things, because your ability to manifest is directly tied to like your capabilities. Meaning like what you came here to do. You're going to have an easier time manifesting things that are aligned with who you are. That's why it's important that you get to know who you are. Knowing yourself is so important, y'all. And y'all have to pay attention to those moments where you are having a good time. And if you're not having enough good times, then you need to start seeking it out. You need to start exploring. Take a pottery class, take an art class, take a dance class. Get your body moving. And if you can't afford that, get on YouTube. There's plenty of them. It's okay. Give yourself grace if you're still working through this. Healing is not a light switch. It really isn't. Hey, Sierra. Yeah, don't let them drain you now. Hey, you pressed. I've always been one to not be able to say no to anyone. It makes me feel so guilty. Yeah, I'm the same way. I think a lot of us are, especially if we're trying to be good to other people, or especially if we've ever been told that we're selfish. I think one of my big things was like being told that I'm selfish. Like I had one of my aunts tell me, "You're not like your brother. He's more family oriented. You selfish." And for some reason, I wanted to prove her wrong so fucking bad. But to be honest, life is ultimately about self. You are here to learn yourself, to know yourself, to develop yourself, to enlighten yourself so that you can ascend out of this reality. You can't take nobody with you. Community is important. Healthy community is important, not just any community. A community that actually allows you to expand in it. That type of community is important. But you are important first. Before you can be a part of a community, you need to be holding yourself first, because you're going to constantly be looking for something outside of you that's inside of you the whole time. So be selfish. No, I haven't heard of the ladder manifestation technique. I haven't. But just know, again, if you're struggling with manifestation, you do have to heal your trauma first, because if you don't believe that you deserve it, it's not going to come. Be selfish. If you can't fill our cups first, we're doing everything. Yeah, exactly. You are doing people a disservice, because a lot of us, because we live in a society that teaches us to kind of externalize everything. So we're constantly looking outside of ourselves for something, whether that's love, whether that's, appreciation, reciprocity. Like there's all these things that we're looking for outside of ourselves we could be doing for ourselves now. And when you put that on somebody else, when that person leaves, so does that thing. And that's why it's important for you to find it within yourself, especially self-love. Because if you tie your love to another person, of course you're going to try to hold on to it. Of course you can't let it go, because then all the love in your life leaves. I always encourage people, like, if you're in a relationship, y'all need to be two whole people coming together with two lives. Yes, y'all can have some intersection in between there, but y'all still need to have your own lives, because, women, a lot of times what I see with women is we sacrifice everything when we get in a relationship. Like, yeah, I'll move to that city with you. Yeah, I'll move out the country with you, even though I don't know anybody over there and I don't have no help. Yeah, we gonna have a baby, and then my family's not even here to, help me. Like, we make so many sacrifices, and then it all falls on us, and we wonder why we like struggling and suffering. But we do get to choose. Like, you got to prioritize yourself and your needs too, in the midst of trying to help everybody else. I started resenting people because they wasn't giving me what I was looking for. Yeah. But I will tell you this, though. One thing that I realized about the people pleasing, about the always showing up for other people, is that I was contributing to the problem, because I'm trying to prove to you I'm a good friend, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that, whatever. And I'm overextending myself. And now when I come and ask you, can you help me? How the hell somebody who always need my help gonna help me? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm asking you, can you help me? And you can't do it. And so then I contribute to my own self-worth issues, because I'm like, damn, am I not worth it? Every time you ask me to do something, I'm jumping, I'm hopping, I'm skipping. And anytime I ask you to do something, you don't got it. So stop overextending yourself. Learn to say no. Learn to have boundaries. If they don't ask, you don't offer. And if you can do that, then you won't feel that feeling that nobody is there for you. You won't feel so alone, and you won't feel like you don't got nobody in your corner. And it's okay to be triggered too. A lot of times when you getting triggered, it's telling you that you need to look at this area. Why is this triggering me? Because usually when you triggered, it's not just one thing that you reacting to. You reacting to a whole slew of fucking situations that remind you of this one situation. And that's why some of us be going so hard when we get triggered and we feel so explosive. And like to other people, it might not seem that big, but to us it is that big because this is like the 10th time this has happened and y'all about to stop playing with me. Child. Triggered, should I step away? What do you mean? Should you step away from the live? Yeah, I mean, if you feel triggered. I think it's important to discover why though. Like why it's important to discover why we feel triggered. Oh, okay. No, not here. Never, baby. Period. What do you mean when you say manifestation something? So manifestation is like the same thing as like praying. Basically, you're trying to ask the universe for something that you want, right? You're trying to create something in the spiritual world in hopes that it'll manifest in this physical world, which is technically how things work. It's like the same concept of praying or whatever. But it requires a belief that that thing is gonna happen. So manifesting something into your life is like speaking something into existence. You know, you speaking something to existence. A guy asked me to fix him a plate last weekend. I was triggered. I told him to fix his own damn plate. Nah, for real. I'm not your servant. You know what? I think a lot of women get pushed into this 2 energy. This 2 energy is the energy of the servant. Like literally, if you look at the number 2, it looks like somebody who's on their knees praying. And that 2 energy is that service energy. And a lot of us, they try to force a lot of women to be in that energy, but we more naturally align with the 6 energy, which is about balance and harmony in relationships. We align more closely with that 3 energy, which is about exploring, creating, you know, stuff like that. But I feel like they just try to put us in this box of this servant energy, and women are not for your use and disposal. You know? But I mean, I will say this though, that I grew up with a single mom. So I was raised to be very independent. I don't think I've ever been able to depend on men for anything. And it is because I think the underlying issue with that is that I just don't trust that they're capable of doing what I need them to do, because in my life, my experiences that I have had, they haven't been capable of doing what I need them to do. They've literally been very untrustworthy. Do I think that there are men out there that are trustworthy? Absolutely. I just have not come across them. So sometimes I can be hyper independent. But I have a lot of that comes with my daddy trauma though. Cause, you know, my dad was like in and out, in and out, in and out. And he would always tell me that he was gonna give me some for Christmas, give me some for this, give me some for that, and he never came through. So yeah. Yeah, I feel that single mama energy. Do you ever question if you have enough work for your manifestations? Do you ever question if you have done enough work for your manifestations? No, because I manifest easily and I choose to see those moments. Like when I'm trying to manifest something, I don't worry about what's going to go wrong. Like none of that. I think that I'm very, very much so focused on what I do want and putting a plan together to bring it into, you know, into this reality. So like if I say that I'm about to do something, right, or I have a business plan or whatever it is, I literally sit down and I plan every single aspect, what I need to do, what tools I need, what resources I need. And then when I wake up in the morning, I go and start working on whatever that list is. If it's writing episodes, if it's hiring somebody for something, like whatever it is, I have literally planned out everything to a T. And when you focus like that, your energy in that way, instead of working on is this gonna come to me? Do I deserve it? Like, instead of like focusing on all the shit that can go wrong, when you can stay focused on what the vision is and what your intention is, it will come to you. I never had a problem manifesting money, because money don't seem like it's out of reach to me. You know, like, money don't seem like something that's unattainable, because money is literally everywhere. It's literally everywhere. So I think that, like, for me, it's more so about just making sure that you take it one step at a time. I think we got to start being grounded in the present moment and stop worrying about the past. The only time you should be looking at the past is when you're looking at a lesson that you learned, not the problem, a lesson that you learned. You can look at the situation because the situation fits the situation you're going through now, but you need to learn from that so that you can handle this situation differently. And then when you look forward, you can't look at what you don't have, because you're putting yourself in a lack mindset. And the universe literally is going to always grant you abundance in what you focus on. So if you focus on what you don't want, then you're going to get abundance of what you don't want. And if you focus on what you do want, you're going to get abundance of what you do want. So to me, I choose to align myself to the things that I want. And that's done through action. You have to set up a plan. That's why I was asking y'all when I first hopped on here, like, do y'all actually know how to plan for things? Like, do y'all actually know what to do when it comes to, you know, putting a plan together? Because I was talking to somebody and she was just like, yeah, you know, I want to do X, Y, and Z, but I just don't even know where to start. So yeah, just wanted to stop by and show love. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I think it's really important for you to believe that it's not outside of your reach. I think a lot of us got to fix our relationship with money, because especially if you grew up in a household where you didn't feel safe, where you didn't have money, which is what my problem is. I still have issues when it comes to money. But I think my approach and my determination has been the determining factor, though. Like, because I'm so determined, because at the moment that I think of something, I put together a plan and I stick to the plan, and I hit it, and I believe in myself, and then I become so consumed in whatever it is that I'm doing. I think that works to my benefit, because naturally I just was manifesting things, and it was because I just was very ambitious. So sometimes ambition can work to your benefit, because had I had a moment to just stop and think about it, maybe I would have let all those negative thoughts in. But baby, I'm a Capricorn Taurus, meaning that I'm a third decan Taurus. So I'm ruled by Saturn, and I'm also ruled by Venus, the two feminine planets. That Capricorn energy ain't no joke. If you want to get some stuff done, that Capricorn placement is useful. And I got a Capricorn stellium, child. Just rigid. Just got the miracle journal. Okay. But I also feel like I have a lot of blockages that stop me, but I also can manifest certain things. Yeah, because I mean, I'm still living with trauma. I'm still releasing trauma. Like, I literally just had a breakthrough about me realizing that I just didn't believe in myself, because I had tried so much as a kid to like be myself authentically, and I feel like it was beat the hell out of me, or I was rejected, or whatever the case may have been. And then I also just realized that my first heartbreak was not these men, it was my daddy. And I couldn't admit to myself that it was my daddy. Because I didn't want to hurt his feelings, because I love my daddy. So yeah, a lot of us are still living with trauma. I just think it really is about focus and intention. Focus is the masculine, intention is the feminine. The feminine creates, the masculine directs, meaning that the masculine part of you is going to be the logical part of you. That's the part that plans. A lot of us have a weak masculine principle, so of course you can't plan. Of course you can't, figure out what to do or what direction to point yourself in, because this society weakens the masculine principle. That's why I was asking y'all, do y'all know how to plan? Because do y'all know how to organize? Do y'all know how to, set things into motion? Because if not, I will teach you. Oh, I wish my mom would have pushed me to the independence part. Yeah, but I mean, now the good news about everything now is that we are all grown. If she didn't, push yourself. Like, you can push yourself to be anybody that you want to be, because now, and I think that what's really important that they don't really teach in college, that it's so important for you to get in tune with yourself and then make your decisions based off of like what really fucking aligns with you, right? Because whatever you didn't get or whatever you wanted in childhood, you can literally give that to yourself right now. Oh yeah, I was talking about how I get organized. So like if I decide that I'm about to do something, y'all, I literally will go get a notebook, I'll go get a planner, I'll like take it all the way back to the basics, like how I used to prepare for school. Um, and then I write out every, like, what do I want out of this? Like, what's my goal? What's my mission? Who am I targeting? Like, what's my target audience? Like, what do I want to get out of this? What's my emblem of success too? And I point that out specifically because I have a problem feeling satisfied. And if things aren't going my way, I think that I failed at something. And it's like, girl, why are you expecting this to happen in 2 weeks? Like that is unreasonable. So it kind of keeps me grounded. I said I plan out my goals. I also plan out what I need to get done. Like everything that I need to get done, I write it on a piece of paper and then I organize it. Like what needs to come first, right? And then I put them in like groups and then I just start checking off the list. You know, throughout my day, I'm gonna do 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. You know, and I just start getting work pounding the pavement. And because it's something that I'm so passionate about, because I'm just a passionate person, intense person in general, it usually works out for me. Do I believe in the miracle journal? I don't know what that is. Had a realization about alchemizing fear into work towards what I want. Yeah, because, you know, a lot of the fear, if you experiencing fear, call on courage. I'm telling you. I've been calling on courage lately. Every time that I was experiencing fear, and just right after a little while, it will calm down. But yeah, I think a lot of us are just experiencing anxiety. And a lot of us just get overwhelmed when we about to start a new project or when we about to, you know, do something, because like I feel like a lot of us feel like we're dumb because we went into a public school system that didn't really even teach us nothing. But if we're grading ourselves on how smart we are according to their statistics, right, a lot of us will consider ourselves to be dumb, and we don't think that we're capable of doing it. And because we don't think that we're capable, it's overwhelming. And then we just reconfirming to ourselves by not doing it that we're incapable. I need to be reading money books to undo the poor mindset because I'm spending till I don't. Yeah, I feel that. I think one thing that I didn't read a lot of money books to fix my money issues. I literally just started looking at how I view money. Like, because I think a lot of us have money trauma. Because me, I was a kid, I grew up and it was just me and my brother and my mama, and she was a CNA. Money took her away from my house for 16 hours a day. I never got to see my mama because she was always at work trying to get money. That's the trauma. When we did have money, we didn't hold on to it very long. That's the trauma. Because then you think that money is something that comes and goes really quick, and then you don't have it no more, right? It's not unlimited. It's something that has limits. Another thing with money for me was that there was the reason why me and my mama and my daddy was always fighting. They was always fighting over money. So with money comes conflict. You know, another thing for me and money was that, you know, because my mama didn't have money, I didn't have a lot of school clothes. So because kids are cool. The embarrassment of having to wear the same 7 outfits, or the embarrassment of having to, you know, whatever, because you didn't have money, or the embarrassment of having to call around to your family members to pay for your sports stuff. Like, what was your relationship with money? And when you can identify what those things are, then you can look at how they made you feel and what stuff you started telling yourself about money because of it, like the negative self-talk, right? And then you got to change the way you're thinking about it. Every time that you spend your card, don't think of it like, damn, I hate spending money. Damn, I'm spending money again. You know, if you start to feel bad about it every time you spend money, then you look at money through a lens of lack. Like there's not enough of it, right? So instead, you need to change the language around it. Like, I'm grateful that I have all the resources for everything that I need. You know, start changing the way you're saying it, but also look into what your relationship was with money, because money was trauma for me. Money was evictions. Like, money was causing chaos in my life. So I didn't really trust money because sis came with a lot of baggage. So I think we really got to look at the way that we look at money. How would you plan to manifest your dream car? Oh, absolutely. One, put it someplace where you're going to see it all the time. So put it on your screensaver, you know, put it on, if you work at the computer all day, put it on your computer exactly how you want it. Like, get it the color, get it the whatever. And then I would make a list. Make sure you have a list of exactly what you want. For some people need to manifest in detail. I would have to look at your energy chart to look at that. But some people need to manifest in detail. I say, just for the shits and giggles, always write out exactly what you want. The trim of the tires, if the seats are gonna warm your ass, or roof, whatever you want in that car, make sure it has all the bells and whistles, and make that list. And then when you get up in the morning, don't think about you not gonna get it. Don't think about the deposit. Don't think about nothing. Literally get up and start getting on websites and seeing if you can find a car that fits your aesthetic or whatever you want, right? Start calling around the dealership, start going to dealerships and test driving the car, start getting the amount for the deposits, and literally tell yourself every single day, I can't wait till I get my new car. My new car is on the way. I can't even say I can't wait to get my new car. I would just say, I'm so excited that I'm about to get this new car. Show me how good it can get. Universe, if this is for me, give me the money. I literally said that. I said, you know what? With my first mediumship class that I was taking was $390 a month. And I really wanted to do it. And I was just at a place where I was still working for people. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, I don't know how I'm going to pay this. Like, you know, my rent in California is astronomical, bitch. I'm not even going to tell y'all what it is because I wouldn't want y'all to have a heart attack. But it's astronomical. So I'm like, you know, like, I don't really know how I'm going to do this. And I just told the universe, I said, you know what? If this is for me, show me the money. The next day, do you know how much money I made? $395. Exactly what I need for the course. So you need to ask for it, and you need to know that it's coming. Let it go once you ask for it too. Like, don't, like, yes, get up in your day, go through the car lots and what, but don't think nothing negative about it. I'm telling you. Do you have any recommendations for books with money? I do not. How to Win Friends, and like, I forgot what that man's name was. How to Win Friends is one of the books that was amazing for money. There's a book about Disney that's amazing for money. I don't know, that's all I can think of. Yeah, don't let the fear settle in. My birthday is May 16th. Don't let the fear settle in. Like, don't let it sit there. The moment that you start having the negative thought, you need to polarize it, okay? Because the universe is mental. And what I mean by the universe is mental is that your mentality is the most important thing about you. The way that you are viewing things is the most important thing about you, because it controls your ability to master this environment, right? This environment is mental. This body, this reality that we're experiencing, it's an illusion. Everything is happening in the mind. Okay, we're just projecting ourselves into this reality. And it feels very real because we are technology. This is like being in one of those virtual reality games. Like, this is literally what this is like, right? Everything is mental. So one of the Hermetic principles is called the law of... mentalism. Sorry. The first Hermetic principle is the law of mentalism. And what that tells you is that... That's not what I'm looking for. Hold on, y'all. It's about transmuting emotions. Oh, yeah, it is mentalism. I'm sorry, y'all. It's mentalism, right? So when you feel an emotion like fear, which is low vibration, you are able to transmute that emotion. So the first four principles you are able to transmute. You can transmute that emotion by thinking of a higher emotion, meaning that if you look up something, type in on Google, emotional vibrational scale or emotional consciousness scale. If you look it up, it'll show you like this upside down triangle, right? And at the top is the energy that vibrates high. It's going to be enlightenment, acceptance, joy, bliss. You know, all of those are going to be higher energies. Lower energies are going to be shame, guilt, fear, or whatever. When you look at the decimal point of those things, you will see that fear, shame, or whatever is a low vibrating energy, meaning that the hertz that it vibrates at is so low that if you switch it to something like joy, bliss, excitement, right, it would transmute and gobble up the lower energy. Okay, so it's important. What I always tell people when they first start, you know, trying to manage their emotions, regulate their emotions, is when you're feeling something, go into, like, literally go into meditation and think of a time where you was happy. Go into meditation and think of a time where you had the best day. Go into meditation and think of it, because once you start thinking of it, you'll start actually feeling that feeling. And if you can hold that feeling and that focus long enough, the fear will dissipate. I feel like I have much more masculine energy, but in the wrong ways sometimes. I mean, you could have a more masculine dominant chart though, and that's not a bad thing. I think a lot of us are forced into masculinity because of us not being able to depend on men. Some of us not being able to depend on men. Also, the patriarchy requires you to take a masculine approach to things because it literally works for men. I literally have no idea of what I want or want to do. Then you need to do more things that bring you joy and let that lead you, let that guide you. You don't have to know right now, and you don't have to, the path doesn't have to be clear, but you need to start doing things that bring you joy and things that bring you excitement, because that's how you figure out who you want to be, what you like to do. You know, with that process of self-discovery, it'll unveil itself. Like for me, I didn't necessarily think that I was going to be a person on TikTok, you know, sharing my experiences. Like that wasn't in the cards for me. When I first started this TikTok, I literally was in a law firm. I just moved here. I'm in a law firm. Somebody had made a post about debt or something like that. And she was trying to explain it to people, but she was not explaining it in a way that people could understand. So I stitched the video and explained it to people. And that video happened to go viral. And I think that was like the second or third video that I had posted. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I started, you know, giving advice about that, you know, exposing that, telling people about that, you know. And then I also just started sharing my, like, stuff that I'm interested in, stuff that I be digging into. Like, I started sharing that and people just ended up feeling it. And then I went on a healing journey because I had lost my granddad. I lost my cousin, like, back to back. My cousin was 30. She had an asthma attack. I was not expecting that. My granddad was old. I was expecting that. My cousin, I was not expecting him. We had just got on good terms. I had been, you know, I'm in this stage where I'm like ignoring people's calls because I'm trying to get myself together, and I had ignored her. And thank God before she passed away, I talked to her. But I was feeling so much guilt and so much stuff was going on. I was just like, you know what? I am not going back to being depressed. Like, I was determined to be like, I'm tired of that. I go through extreme mood swings because that's how my energy presents itself. It's supposed to help me to understand the ebbs and flows of life. I can resonate with a lot of people because I've experienced a wider range of emotions. But I don't need to stay there, baby. I done learned my lesson. I felt them now. I know what they feel like. So I was determined to keep going forward. And through me deciding to go on this healing journey, I just was like, you know what? I know that there's so many people out there who feel the way that I feel. Why don't I just share my experiences and just let people know that they're not alone? I didn't even share my experiences with the expectation that, you know, people were going to agree with me. Like, I didn't even care about that. The only thing that I cared about was that there is probably another girl out there who feels the same way that I feel and don't know how to even articulate the way that she's feeling. Like, don't even know how to put it into words. So I'm going to put it into words, and I just hope that it finds the people that it's supposed to find. So it's just something that kind of fell in my lap because my life was changing, and I just went with the flow. And I just shared my changes too, because change is uncomfortable. It's so hard to realize that you cannot fix the people that you love. It's so hard to realize that it don't matter what you do, you know, for some people are just never going to be satisfied. It's hard to realize that you can't take the people you love with you if they don't want the same things you want for them for themselves. You know, it's hard to come to those realizations. So I just wanted to start a conversation with people because I just, you know, I didn't want nobody to feel alone in that, because I felt so alone and I didn't have people to talk to. Because when you're the first person to do something in your family, you are the first. There's nobody who comes before you. So who are you talking to about it? And there's so many people who don't have a community. There's so many people who don't have anybody they can talk to about this. So I just was like, y'all can talk to me. Fuck those people. How can I move out? Hold on. How can I move out of the lack mentality? I cannot think of it, but there's bills in all life. You know, it's really hard because they forcing you into that lack mentality because they're literally restricting your fucking resources. They've been restricting our resources for so long, even with the inflation. Prices don't have to be that high. They literally was destroying food so that they could raise the fucking prices. You know what I'm saying? So, one, give yourself grace. Before all, give yourself grace. It's really hard. I'm saying this from a place of privilege now. You know, so the first thing that I would do to get out of the lack mentality is you got to stop making your life all about work. That is what you're doing to survive. So when you at work, you in survival mode. But if you don't do nothing else for yourself outside of work, then that is what you become consumed by the survival mode. Okay, so make sure that you have a day before you go to work. Or if not, have a day afterwards. Get out in nature. Do things that you like. Start by trying to make yourself happy first. And when you can make yourself happy, you can start actually loving yourself. Because now you're prioritizing the parts of yourself that you loved the whole time, but maybe you just wasn't doing that shit because somebody told you it was lame or somebody told you it was corny or whatever the case may be, right? When you can start doing things that you love and experience and joy, you get like this zest for life. You start seeing the beauty in everything, and you also start seeing the beauty in yourself. And I think that when you can actually love yourself, then that's when the egg cracks open, right? Then that's when you actually feel the drive to want to fix these things and want to discover these things and want to look after these things. Lack mentality is something we are conditioned into. So it does take a lot to kind of unravel that. Some people can just decide that they out of that. You know, I'm never going to worry again about what's not going to happen. I'm going to trust in the universe. And, I know the universe got my back. Everything always works out for me. Some people can do that. And it does work. But other people is just going to take us some time because it's a trust issue. It's an issue of trust that's got us in the lack mentality. We don't trust that we're going to be taken care of. So we think we got to work hard to get somewhere or get something because we haven't naturally been taken care of. What about manifesting new people in your life, friends and lovers? Become the person first. If you want to manifest new people in your life and you want people who are more aligned with you, you got to know yourself first. You have to be able to set good boundaries. And then when you are the person, you will get friends who are like you because you attract people based on where you're resonating. So if you're resonating low and all your friends are shitty, it's because you're down there with them. And what tends to happen, and I've seen with me and my friends, is like, as long as I'm down there with them, I'm down there with them. But if I start to change, I start to get like this, and that's when that friendship becomes so uncomfortable. Because there's not a space for expansion, and they all the way down here. So every time you interact with them, you got to go back down here, but you're trying to leave that place. So a lot of us be sitting on that damn fence, let them people go. But if you want to manifest new people, you have to be the person that you want a friend in a friend. Yes, absolutely. Get your mind stronger, your heart stronger, all of that. I agree. Yes, I told myself, I said I did my 40 years in wilderness. I'm done. Yes, absolutely. I'm done. I done had enough. Yeah, I did. I went, Amir, I went through all of this alone as well. And a lot of people did, but we end up being the teachers. We end up being the people who are able to have compassion for other people because we made it to the other side, We end up being the best guides to other people, So I always have had this sense of gratitude when it comes to like my healing journey because I know that a lot of people never make it to that place where they decide that they want to be different or whatever. So I always turn back and make sure that the people who want to learn, the people who want to be different, the people who need help have the help that they need. We just got to keep turning back for each other. Release the need for status, popularity, wealth, and worldly possessions. Find self-love, period. No, I feel that. And I think another thing too is a lot of the times it don't be that we want the thing. A lot of the times it be that we be wanting other people to see that we have the thing. Because I've been going through that recently because I was trying to like figure out, what type of new car I'm gonna get and And it's just like, I want this specific car because my whole life I have wanted that car because to me it's an emblem of success. But it's not that I want the car, it's that I want people to see that I have the car because I want y'all to know that I'm on my shit and I've been that girl. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of like unpack that part of it too. Child. This is a true romantic interest in friendships directly near you. Yeah. Yep. You have to center yourself in everything that you do. And yeah, you have to center yourself in everything that you do because I feel like a lot of times we so worried about how other people are perceiving us that we're not prioritizing us, we prioritizing them. You know what I'm saying? And you got to prioritize you, because what you want is important, because ultimately it's your life. You're going to be the one driving it. You're going to be the one enjoying it. Please let it be something that you like, but at the very least, it needs to be something that you enjoy getting into. Like, even with my apartment, I feel like this is one of my favorite apartments I've ever been in my entire life. Like, I am in love with it. I love being home. Don't call me. I'm not leaving home. I'm always going to be at home. Like, leave me alone. Like, don't bring your dirty energy over here. This is like, this is my safe haven. And I love every bit of it. And I feel like I want more experiences like that. Because once you experience that and you really in love with something, like, you know, even when I buy new stuff, y'all, like when I get a new piece of clothing and I love it, I'm just like, ooh, I can't wait to wear it. Like, your life needs to be full of those moments. Your life needs to be full of those moments. And it does not matter if other people don't like it. It does not matter if those other people are going to say something about it. You are old enough to realize that their opinion does not matter in your life. Your opinion is the only opinion that should matter in your life, because you're the only person who got to experience it. Why are you mad about what I'm driving? You know what I'm saying? People can call you corny, they can call you lame, whatever, but nobody's more qualified to tell you who you are than you. Nobody should nobody should be able to come in and shake your sense of identity, because you need to be that fucking strong in who you are. I do not care what somebody who just met me thinks about me. I've literally had people be like, oh, I thought you was gonna be stuck up. Oh, okay. I didn't know I was giving that, but no, I'm not. You know? So it's just like, you shouldn't care what they think. Because if you care what other people think, then you live in your life for them. I am seeing something. Oh. Anyways. Yeah, but if you care what other people think, then you live in your life for them. Everything that you do is because of somebody else. Why would we be doing that? You should never be doing that. Because life is ultimately about you and your happiness, and you got to prioritize your happiness. And that's why I be saying some of the most miserable people are the people who try to do what their parents told them to do. Them is some of the most miserable people. I think about often how Joan from Girlfriends literally went to law school, did the big one. I feel like in our community too, our parents don't want us to just be, you know, a middleman job working in HR. No, they want doctors. They want lawyers. They want surgeons. Like, who is doing that? You know, so then we have these unrealistic expectations that are put on us, and then we're trying to meet those expectations because we're trying to please our parents, and then we get in those positions and we don't like it. Joan quit her job to open up a bar. Sis just wanted a bar. That was it. But she had to go through law school, go through all this shit and accumulate all this damn debt. Be miserable in her career, be disrespected in the workplace when she could have just opened the bar from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Your life, nobody is supposed to have your vision. And that's what I learned when I started taking this entrepreneurship journey, is that the vision wasn't given to your friends and the people around you because it wasn't meant for them to see. Sometimes we try to go to them and depend on them to get their opinion and what you think about this, and then they just end up pushing their fears onto us. It wasn't given to them because they wasn't worthy of it. It's yours. It's your job to bring it into this reality. So you should not care about how they feel about it. When I first opened my first business, I didn't tell nobody. For a year, I just wrote out my plan. I just tried, and you don't have to write out a plan in one day. I wrote out my plan for a whole year. I started doing research. I started looking at vendor events. I started looking at everything. And for a year, I silently worked on this. And I just popped out. Do you think any of those people supported me? Hell no, they didn't. They waited until other people started supporting me. And then they jumped on the bandwagon like, oh, she really, oh, you know, famous people is posting her shit. Like, let me hop on now. This is my best friend. All of a sudden, you wearing my stuff. A lot of times when you pop out, it's not going to be people around you anyways who's supporting you. So why are you going to them for advice? If it was meant for them, it would have been given to them. It's meant for you, so you got to trust in your own capabilities. You got to trust in yourself. Honestly, I have so many ideas. No, I'm the same way, y'all. I got my hand in every single bucket I want to have my hand in. People be asking me all the time, how do you have time for all this stuff? Hi, Cara. Hi, Deja. All of you, how do you have time for all this stuff? I have time for all this stuff because I make time for all this stuff. I prioritize me and what I want in my life all the time. If somebody called me and it's their birthday dinner and I'm feeling like I don't want to go, I'm sorry, babe. I'm going to send you the best gift. I hope you have fun. You know what? Let me send you a little money so you can get you a little drinky drink. But you gotta always be prioritizing yourself, because life is ultimately about you experiencing joy. Because when you experience joy, you are in that electricity that pulls you out of the darkness. That is you being in your light. You know, a lot of people be asking me like, how do you connect with your guides? How do you connect with your guides? Your guides are connected to you already. When you experience joy, bliss, and intuition, that is them moving you towards something. When you experience confusion, fear, that is them saying, sis, this ain't for us, actually. Back that on up. But the problem is that we have not been taught that. So we stay in these predicaments that are miserable, you know, that are painful for us to be in, because we don't know how to accept change. We are literally growing up in a society that's telling us this is the pathway and this is the only pathway. And if you don't follow this only pathway, you're going to fail. You're going to end up in jail, or you're going to end up homeless. Right? So then we think we put these conditions on ourselves that things only have to exist one way. And they don't. They don't have to exist one way. I am a multitude of different things. I'm everything all at once. I do human design. I do psychic readings. Before that, I was in sales. I actually worked as a dating consultant for this company called It's Just Lunch. I got this 82-year-old man in New York, his first date in years. I've been 1,000 different people. And I think that we need to be encouraging people more often to be 1,000 different things, because you're not just one thing. That is so restrictive. That's so limiting. And if you only ever see yourself through that lens, then if you're not feeling this no more, your whole life falls apart. We don't have to be subjected to that. You know, we do not have to be subjected to that. We get to choose. And I think that we need to encourage kids to explore more, because at 19, you do not know what you want to do for the rest of your life. And if you do, kudos to you. But I know nobody at 19 who knew what they wanted to do and followed it through. Give yourself time for it to change. You know, give yourself time to explore. Absolutely, in your teenage years, if this job is not treating you right, get another one. Bounce around a little bit. And I know that's unconventional, but I did that. I worked so many different jobs. Y'all, listen, you got one time to play with me and you'll be fixing it yourself. So explore. It's and it no matter how old you are, explore. Do things that you want to do right now. And when you can do that, I'm telling you, start to love life again. And when you can love life again, then all of a sudden you start to love yourself again. And when you can love yourself, then you're actually listening to your guides. Now they don't got to fight with you. Now it's not a constant conflict between you and them. Now you actually want the guidance, so you're going to get the guidance more clearly. And then you just strengthen that relationship. But don't think that that relationship is not there just because you don't see them, or because you think that they're not guiding you, but they literally are. They literally are. My God, like I told y'all yesterday, my God, the reason why I dance quite literally saved me. I was so excited to go into dance class every single time. My dance was like, that was my favorite thing to do. I even did it in college. My favorite, I was pissed I didn't start it earlier. That French, that's her. My zest for knowledge, that's her. You know what I'm saying? So you're connected already. Can you explain human design? Yes, human design. Yeah, my authority in human design is responding. My responses are literal gold, but my lesson or my thing in this life is trying to figure out right time, right place. Is this person actually willing to listen? Is this person actually willing to change? That's what my authority is. But human design is basically when you're born, there's a snapshot or a blueprint that is taken. And human design combines astrology with Chinese Qing. The astrology portion is more like where in your life or what areas in your life is the energy going to affect you. And then the Chinese Qing portion is associated with your chakra system. So if you look at it, it's literally your chakra system, because through balancing your specific energy in your subconscious and conscious mind, you balance the chakra system, because your chakra system are your energy centers in your body. And they are meant to come into alignment, come into balance so that you may ascend, right? So every single chakra is a density of consciousness, and everything in the universe has to evolve through this same exact way, okay? Because everything as above, so below. Everything is the same thing. It's just being experienced or perceived differently. The awareness is the difference, you know? So with human design, you're able to look at the energy that you have that makes up your design, meaning that it cannot be changed. You're probably not going to be aware of it. It's the energy that other people notice about you. It's the energy that you exude, right? It's the energy you have to learn how to exist with. That's in your subconscious mind. That's your feminine energy. That's what's hidden, right? But then you also have this energy that's in your conscious mind. The energy that's in your conscious mind is who you think you are. It's your personality, right? So you do have some ability to change what's in your personality. And when you actually can look at this and you can look at what the placements are, like, is it in Neptune? Neptune is going to be a little bit more elusive. It's going to be your spiritual life purpose, right? Is it in your relationships? Where is this energy, specific energy, affecting you, right? And there's 64 energy channels that you have access to, but only about 23 of them are going to be highlighted in each person. There's 9 different energy centers, but some of them are going to be open, meaning that you take in energy there from other people, and some are going to be closed, meaning that you affect other people with your energy. So human design is a very intricate way for you to look at your specific energy and come up with a plan to how to navigate it. You know, because once you actually know what something is, and that's why I'm big on knowledge, because knowledge is key, then wisdom follows. Because wisdom, you have to apply it. You have to apply it to your life. It's one big machine. So knowledge is the masculine, understanding is the feminine. Knowledge, you get it through downloads, through matching the frequency on the mental plane. The feminine is your soul. It is your emotions. So your emotions are coming through the soul, right? Those two things together, knowledge and understanding, allow you to, now that you know better and you understand how you feel about the things that you know, you can come up with a plan of action steps to take. All 3 of them should be in alignment, but the problem is that we be knowing better and we don't be doing better. We be knowing better, but we don't be doing better. And that's how we stay in this place of pain and suffering. Anytime you feel in pain, that means something needs to change. Change it right now. Do not wait till tomorrow. You don't even know if tomorrow's going to come. Everything has to happen in the now moment. You just have to trust that the universe has your fucking back. So human design is, we're like radios, and we're constantly outputting energy, receiving energy from other people. And if you can actually know what that is, you can change your life. Me, when I'm out of alignment, it appears as frustration. I've been frustrated my whole fucking life. Hi, my name is Taja, and my ass been frustrated my whole fucking life. I'm addicted to fucking chaos. I haven't been frustrated in a long time. Now I can tell there's a separation between the frustration and the happiness. Before, it was just all frustration. Now I can see the light. So human design is so important because it is the blueprint to your life. It's the blueprint to your energy. And once you know what energy you have, you can give yourself grace. You can not judge yourself for the energy that you have. Like me, I'm a moody bitch. I got the channel of moodiness. Okay? I know sometimes I ain't gonna have it. Now, knowing that information, I can keep pretending to be happy, or I can just honor how I'm feeling in that time. But I'm never going to look at how I'm feeling at that time and say, why am I feeling this way? Because then I send myself into depression. And you can track your cycles. You can come up with a plan. Like I said, emotions work in waves because emotions are water, which means it works in cycles. So over 3 months, I could just write out, how did this day go? Was it a good day or was it a bad day? Track it for 3 months, and then boom, I got my cycle. So now I know the next time that I'm going to feel like that. So it's a plan. It's a great tool for planning your energy, for planning and when you understand your energy, you understand how people react to that energy, you know, because what's in our subconscious mind, we're not always necessarily aware of. So if somebody is reacting to something, now you can be like, oh shit, you know, that is a blind spot for me. You know what? She might be a little right there. You can also keep yourself in alignment too, because my energy is right time, right place. I spent my whole life trying to fix the people who was not willing to change. I was out of alignment the entire time. Of course I was frustrated. I was out of alignment. I was trying to fix people who was not ready to change. What's important for me is right time, right place. Is this the right person that I'm talking to? Is it the right time to deliver this message? And it wasn't the right time. So I was frustrated because I kept just trying to explain it in different ways and nobody was picking up what I was putting down. So for me, it's important to just let people be and help the people who want help. So when you know this, I'm telling you, it just makes it so. I think that they should do it as part of like career counseling or in your school with your guidance counselor. I think all kids should know. I do Mommy and Me readings too because I care about them kids. And some of y'all kids are not the type of kids that you can put that type of pressure on. Some of them really are here to live the soft life. Some of them really do burn out. Some of them can't push through where other people can push through. So when I do mommy and me readings, I look at the mama, the daddy, and the kids. And I literally look at I hold on the mama's energy, because mama's usually going to be doing the parenting. I'm sorry, men have it easy. They can do the bare minimum. Women, we can't really get away with doing the bare minimum. So I need the mama to understand what her energy is and how it's interacting with her child, and specifically mama-daughter relationships. I get a lot of mama-daughter relationships, and I'll be having to basically just let mama know, hey, you have to give her some type of space. Because if you don't, she's going to run directly in the opposite direction, and that is literally what you're trying to prevent. So it's good. I love doing human design readings. Again, like I said, I've been burnt out, but I've been doing them. I've been doing them. My mama said, you only pick one career. Well, I wouldn't suggest you listen to her, but it's up to you. You can change what you want to be until you aren't on earth anymore. Yeah, exactly. You can be 1,000 different versions of yourself. You are not stuck just being one version of yourself. I actually highly recommend it. You should always be changing. You should always be evolving. You should always be a better or different version of yourself, because you're exploring yourself. This is a game. This is supposed to be fun. That's what my guide told me. This is supposed to be fun, and everybody hates it. She said, that's how you know when you look around and everybody is miserable, then that means y'all live in one person's dream. Y'all doing it one person's way. It's time, be unapologetic about that. Take up fucking space. I know what I want to do, but I want to do multiple things. It's okay to do multiple things. Do them all. Do them all. Figure out what's aligned right now, though. Figure out what can you do right now that's not going to completely burn you out. Focus on focus on that thing. Right? And then it needs to be some order to it. Right? You can change what you want to be until you're on earth. Yes, I worked in a law firm for 15 years, and every lawyer in there does something different now. Yeah. That job, working in a law firm, first of all, it's so much toxic masculinity running around that place. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. And boys don't organize in the way that girls do. So if there's no girls in the law firm, baby, you're walking into a shit show. It's like, this don't even, what's going on? Child. Knowledge is so powerful. Knowledge is so powerful. Thank you, Jada. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the comments. I'm moody too. Yes, baby. Listen. Mama be saying, child, I'm going to be scared when you're a mother. I'm terrified of you. And I'm just I'm sorry. I feel like too, y'all, I went through I was so sweet, y'all. When I was the sweetest kid. I didn't cry, I didn't nothing. I just was just happy to be there, hanging on to somebody's damn leg. That was me. But I feel like life started to happen, and life came at me very quick. It was like one of those scenes in a movie where one of them boulders is coming behind you and you're running for your fucking life, but you're tired and you're thinking about that was my life. I feel like that was my life. I never got a chance for it to slow down. I was constantly moving. So much was happening around me. Overstimulated, absolutely. And I started experiencing depression at a very young age. I was depressed at a young age. And when you get depressed, you get mean. And I think when I hit about 12, 13, I had been fed up. I had every piece of love I had was beat out of me. I was just it's going to be you or me. And I stayed in that energy way too long, because it's hard to get out of that energy once you don't give a F no more. It's so hard to start giving Fs. It's so hard to start giving Fs after you don't give no Fs. So yeah. So it's hard to balance it, and I always had a battle. It was always a battle for me, because I hate being mean. I hate being mean to people. I don't want to be mean to you. I really don't. But at the same time, I've been in a position where I did not stand up for myself. I did not stand up for myself for 12, 13 years. So I cannot allow you to think that this is okay, though. So now I gotta be mean. It's damn, I tried to say it in so many different ways. You just wasn't getting it. So now I gotta say it in a way that sticks. And I'm so emotionally, I'm intense. I have a Scorpio. I am intense. I have a Scorpio moon. just an intense person. When I say something, I got one of those, you know, your mama say something, everybody get quiet. Like that it's always been me. So, yeah, definitely no. On Taurus moons, I'm moody as hell, yeah. Playing procrastination. Yeah, procrastination is just anxiety. You just got overwhelmed. You got anxiety and you don't want to touch it right now, but you're just pushing off the inevitable. It's anxiety. And then we put ourselves, and what's crazy is, I think if you grew up in chaos too, procrastination is definitely prevalent there, because you are used to working in chaos. So sometimes we will subconsciously put ourselves in a chaotic situation because we work best in that situation, because we have the survival mechanisms built up to work in that situation. So for me, when it would come to schoolwork, I'm so used to working up, you know, up against the clock, that I would literally wait to the last minute, and then the night before I knock it out, and it's not even a question. But the whole week I was struggling just to write a sentence. You know, so sometimes we be contributing, I'm telling you, because our ego don't care about us being happy. Our ego only cares, you know, if we can survive the situation. So sometimes it puts us in those situations, which is just like, why would you do me like that, sis? Okay. Well, I know how that is. Yeah, we are here to have a multitude of different experiences. We don't understand how beautiful this opportunity is. There's no other place where you're going to be able to experience things through your physical senses. That is food. What? I'm a Taurus. I said I was a Taurus. Y'all know I'm a Taurus. We eat, baby. Period. I don't care what we do, but we're definitely eating. So that, just like the experience of love, even the experience of pain, there's beauty in pain, because that's the moment that you decide that that's the moment that you choose yourself. In those painful moments, you choose yourself. So I just feel like, you know, there's no other place like this. And this is like, not everybody can get in. People don't even be realizing that. Not everybody gets into this. People have to wait in line to get here. You're here for a specific reason. And we squandering it because we hate ourselves, or we so disconnected from ourselves because of how society is. But you have to wait in line to be here. Imagine waiting in line for the club, getting in there and complaining the whole time. That's really basically what we doing. We complaining the whole time. We fighting. We supposed to be having fun. We supposed to be, drinks is supposed to be flowing. We supposed to be having the time of our life. We supposed to not even be taking this shit that serious. We literally just came here to exist, because if we exist at our authentic frequency, we raise the consciousness already. We naturally evolve. We naturally change, because the only thing that's constant is change. But so many of us is just resisting. We're resisting it. We need to learn how to surrender, child. Yes, absolutely. It's never too late to put together what you want, baby. Oh yeah, tell your mama to get them grandkids. Child, listen, I know this is my mama's second chance, but I don't know if that's capable hands. I don't know if those are capable hands. I do not want to traumatize my kid, y'all. I'm so scared to traumatize my kid that I be having dreams about it. I be having dreams that I can't get my kid a car seat. I can't even, like, I was traumatized as a kid. I was so traumatized, and I was the oldest cousin too. So I'm sitting here, I was the oldest cousin. So I'm sitting here basically raising everybody's kids anyway. Breaking awareness is overwhelming. Yeah, it is overwhelming to not have time to just rest. They give you what, 2 weeks in PTO a year? Like that, like why have we not come together to riot that? That's literally insane. We should at least be getting 3 months out of 12. You mean to tell me I get 2 weeks? That's insane. But so many people have just accepted it because they think that shit is normal. That is not normal. When do you have time for yourself? But they can't let you have time and rest, because then you be building your own vision instead of building theirs. Yeah, Pisces is a lot of subconscious energy too. So Pisces feel a lot of emotions. Cancer is the most emotional, because it's the purest emotion, but Pisces is right there. Oh yeah, baby, you all water. I did human design chart with you. For some reason, Telegram won't let me open it. Hold on. Where did you go? Hold on. For some reason, Telegram won't let me open it anymore. Oh, how long ago was it? Yeah, email me. Email me. Yes, I've been crying so happily lately. Yeah, I agree. Like, the energy that I've been in lately is amazing energy. Like, I literally just sometimes be sitting outside, just looking around, feeling the wind hit my face. And I live in California. So, you know, palm trees, the mountains is back there, the sun sets right behind my, like, and I just been like, this is just, sorry, I'm getting a frequency in my ear. But yeah, I just been looking around. I just been like, bro, like, life really has been great lately. Like, it really has been great lately. I love me a Capricorn queen. Y'all, if one thing about that Capricorn energy, that bag is ours. It actually belongs to us. It belongs to us and we're gonna go get it. It's my money and I need it now. Oh, I'm glad it resonated, baby. I'm tired of living in pain, learning from pain. Don't know why I signed up for it. No, for real. But the thing about pain is that pain is just a catalyst for change. It's like your soul saying, baby, this is not it. You just gotta step out into the unknown and believe that you are gonna be taken care of. To me, I don't even look at pain as a bad thing anymore. The moment that I feel pain, I'm like, oh baby, there's a lesson in this that you need to learn and you need to set some boundaries because this right here is not for you. What is it? Figure it out right now. I don't even let pain stay long. You're not about to make me miserable, baby. Yeah, it is an honor to be here. It really is an honor to be here, y'all. And y'all get to like really be in community with other people. You know, you really get to understand just how the darkness that is in all of us. The darkness is in all of us. You know what I'm saying? When you in these high vibrational realms, all you feel is love. But we came here to feel what else is out there, which is the opposite of it. So in this realm, they both exist. We get the best of both worlds, the worst of both worlds, whatever you want to call it. You know, and it's not even just about our experience. We experience it other people as well. So it really is a game. And once you understand the game, which I say, understand your energy first. When you can understand your energy, you can literally navigate anything. Because when you understand yourself too, you understand other people. Me, I was really good at understanding other people better than I understood myself. Because, you know, my mom was unpredictable. So I just didn't know who was coming through the door. I didn't want to get hit upside the head. So I was just, you know, always checking the temperature. But learn energy. You want to learn anything? Learn energy. I'm telling you. That people was not lying to you when they said the best thing that you can learn is energy. Oh, you're probably a beautiful person. I have a Pisces rising and Cancer moon full of emotions. I heard that. You probably super dreamy though. And nurturing. I think Cancer moons are super, super nurturing. Make sure you're prioritizing yourself too though. A few months ago. I have a Cancer sun and moon, but my Sag rising takes over. Yeah. Sagittarius energy is fun though. It really is. Because they're about exploring and learning new experiences and stuff like that. That's what that energy really is about. And that's in your house of self. My email, you could write me on Instagram, but my email is tajamoore16@gmail.com. Yeah, we definitely get in that bag. This energy has been very conscious, like watching my transformation and release out of my body. Yeah, it's a beautiful experience too because I had forgot how I felt as a child, you know, and it's just like, damn, like you came a long way and you're still choosing to be in that, and you're still choosing to let something that happened this many years ago affect you. Not that there's a time limit on healing, but it's just like you've come so far and you can't even enjoy it. Like you literally, that whole time when you was going through that shit, you were just like, I can't wait to be an adult. I can't wait to, get to this place. I can't wait to have my own place. Babes, you're doing it right now. You were your childhood self, wildest dreams, and you're unhappy still. Like, what? Yeah, we can't be having this. What? I'm going back and I'm fixing that because I didn't work this hard to get to this place to not be happy. The least I could be is happy for my little self who was struggling and ain't have a stable home. Like, the least I could be is appreciative of the stuff that I didn't have. Yes, listen to your body, absolutely. Trust it all. What y'all talking about? We just yapping. Haven't seen you on here in a while. Hi, Gray. Gray Sherelle. Oh yeah, I think they be hiding my content. I post every day. Except for the weekends, child. Y'all can't have me every day. On the weekends, I'm useless. Yep, people may lie. Energy never lies. And what's crazy is, like, we are literally taught to not listen to our intuition. Because we could feel when we walk into a place and the energy not right. We can feel when we standing next to a person and the energy is not right. Some people give me the creeps. You know what I'm saying? But we conditioned against that. So a lot of us just don't rely on that, but that's who you naturally are. All of us are master manifestors. Every single one of us. Fought hard to get out the spiral on the walk today. Yeah. I was in my head bad today. My son going through stuff, triggering my childhood stuff. Yeah, what's crazy is you birthed exactly who you need. You birthed exactly who you need. My mama was a Sagittarius. She birthed a Capricorn. Discipline, authority, father figure. She needed that bad. She birthed a Taurus, self-love. Kept being in situations where people was, that's no good. Let me give you some love. Didn't know how to receive it. My auntie, she was a Cancer. Very manipulative. Very, child, don't even get me started. She birthed a Gemini. Communication. A Libra. Balance, justice. She be on her ass. And a Leo. Authentic self-expression. Authentically being yourself. You birth exactly what you need. Why? Because you are manifesting that child. That's why it's so important when you have an intercourse that you're doing it right. Because some of us are not doing it right. You create dark tantric energy and light tantric energy. When you can create this light tantric energy, 9 times out of 10, which means that you're in love. When you're having sex, you're going to call down or manifest a being that is of that frequency. But if you're just doing those one night stands, drunk in the spirit, because alcohol is spirits, okay? Those are spirits, low vibrational spirits. You are literally opening your womb up to a low vibrational spirit. I tell you a joke, baby. I was in my head about my son going through stuff, triggering my childhood stuff. Yep. Your kids are really good mirrors. I think that, we are so conditioned to think that kids shouldn't have a voice and that kids lie. But it's because a lot of times we just don't want to hold ourselves accountable. We just want to be able to easily dismiss them. But kids are so wise. Kids are so wise. OMG, I feel energy so well. That's why I like being myself. Yes. A Libra that birthed a Libra. Ooh. Balance. Balance is important. Libra is also the sign of relationships. So how are you showing up in relationships? Because your relationships should be balanced. They should be healthy. There should be reciprocity. You should feel safe in those relationships. My mom is a Sagittarius. So you probably birthed a Libra to mirror you. My mom is a Sagittarius, birthed a Pisces, Aquarius, and Cancer. One, she probably needs to use her imagination more. Pisces is a very imaginative energy, but Pisces is also this energy that has like this, what Pisces have to learn because of this Neptune energy is that sometimes Pisces can be a little disillusioned. They have to learn how to ground themselves in reality because they're so dreamy, so floaty. So like that balloon, you got to keep pulling down. But they can see how much joy they're supposed to experience in life. And if they're not experiencing it, they can become very disappointed, very disgruntled, very whatever. So, Pisces are probably trying to teach you how to ground things in reality. Pisces also teach you about the subconscious mind or the unconscious, whatever is hidden. Maybe as a Sagittarius specifically, Sagittariuses are very surface level sometimes, and they don't like to get deep because they're exploring energy, whatever energy. And Pisces is all about the deep. Pisces is very subconscious energy about what's hidden from yourself, what you have tried to hidden from yourself. Sagittarius have like this hard shell around them, but they are so sensitive people. I don't know why people be thinking Sagittarius aren't sensitive people. They sensitive people to me, all the ones that I've met. But yeah, it's probably about what's hidden with the Pisces. The Aquarius is going to be that freedom. You might be a person who places a lot of restrictions on yourself. Aquarius is about liberation. Aquarius is about change. You might be a person who's resistant to change. And then Cancer is nurturing energy. Cancer is also emotional intelligence and emotional perception, meaning that you're able to be so in tune with your emotions and other people's emotions that you can manipulate energy, basically. Leo rising, Pisces sun. I'm a Libra. My mom is an Aries and my dad is a Gemini and my son is an Aquarius. Libras are about balance. They're about harmony in relationships. They're also about justice. Aquariuses are about freedom. So an Aries mom having a Libra, she probably needed balance. Gemini probably needed balance. Because Aries is the infant of the zodiac. So they tend to be a little bit more impulsive, a little bit more short-tempered, a little bit more immature. And Geminis are about communication. So maybe there wasn't a balanced communication, because sometimes that Gemini energy can be very messy because they're just chatty boots. I believe it. My son is making my face. All the things from childhood. Gemini and Sag. Yep, I'm a Cap. Birthed the Sagittarius and an Aries. Oh yeah, that's Sagittarius. So if you're a Capricorn, you need to learn how to release a little bit because the Sagittarius energy is that curious energy. The Sagittarius is also the philosopher as well. So intellect is really, really important with that Sagittarius energy. But that Sagittarius is the explorer. It's about learning, having new experiences so that they can learn from those experiences. So they're pushing you to get out there more, to do more things that you love, to kind of follow your soul's calling. And then the Aries are starter of new things. Aries give you the enthusiasm of action, creative action. So you might be having a creative block. You might need that enthusiasm to start something new. And that's where Aries comes in. I'm a Libra and birthed a Leo. Yep, you need to learn how to be more of yourself. Meaning that you probably hiding pieces of yourself or not allowing people to fully see you. Leos teach us how to express ourselves authentically. Regardless of how people feel about us, Leo show us how to authentically show up, how to radiate our light regardless of how people feel about it. What about Aquarius and Scorpio children? Aquarius child is teaching you how to break free from the chain. So you probably are a person who is resisting change. Oh, damn. Scorpio child. Scorpios are about depth. Scorpios don't like surface level. Scorpios are all or nothing type of people. They are really, really about depth and intensity of emotion. So you might have emotional blockages. Heavy emotional blockages. Scorpios are also mother wounds as well. Yep, you got to give babies a safe space to incubate. Even your womb needs to be a safe place. So you got to make sure that you're not abusing your womb. My son speaks his mind so well. Yes. See, because kids are so innocent. They come in as pure love and they don't know how to do anything but express what's going on, but they're often told to be quiet or they're not supposed to do that. And, I hate the way people treat kids too. I literally was at the grocery store one time and this lady was arguing with her kid, like yelling at her kid, like all kind of fucking crazy. And I argued with the lady in the damn parking lot. Like, stop treating that baby like that. I don't like it. I'm a Pisces with a Libra sun. Yep, balance, harmony in relationships. Or there is something, usually when you birth a Libra, there is going to be some type of tear in some type of relationship. And they are here to hold you accountable. They are here to hold you accountable to your bullshit. Especially when it comes to creating harmony in relationships. So the way that you communicate in relationships, the way that you show up in relationships, you know, can you compromise in relationships? Like, that's what that Libra energy is about. Yep, Leos teach you how to be yourself. I'm a Scorpio, Virgo, and Aries daughters. Now, Virgos are about internal critique. They're the sign of analysis. Virgos are really good at putting things into order, putting things into shape, putting things into form. A lot of Virgos have that perfectionist type of energy. So maybe you are a person who doesn't really know how to plan, doesn't really know how to put things together, doesn't really know how to organize. Aries, an Aries child, again, is somebody who is here to bring back that enthusiasm of creation, okay? Because Aries start things. So they give you the courage to have the enthusiasm to get out of the bed and show up as your creative self. I'm a Taurus. Yes, can dish it, but don't like to take it. Oh, my mom. Yeah, Child, my mama's a Sagittarius, and I love Sagittariuses, but they are the most financially irresponsible people because they rule by that Jupiter energy, so that expansion energy, and they happen to be the kings and queens of finesse because they're just naturally fucking lucky people. They're naturally fucking lucky people. And so she used to just get by the skin of her fucking teeth. And I used to just be like, Jesus Christ. I'm a Taurus, you know, like we need a plan. We need a fucking plan, bitch. Don't just be going down here all willy-nilly. Child. Yeah, Scorpios don't like small talk. Listen, I'm a Scorpio moon. I cannot stand it. Like, please don't text me 100 times asking me, what did I do today? I mean, what am I doing? Baby, the same thing that I was doing 5 minutes ago. Like, I need you to have some substance. I need you to have some depth. Scorpios really challenge you to push deep, you know, to have the deep conversations, have the tough conversations, because they are deeply emotional people. You know, Scorpios are really emotional. They a little fiery, but they emotional. They hard workers, you know. They all or nothing. If they love you, they gonna love you forever. You know, that's a challenge I have constantly letting myself out fully, which is why I birthed a Leo. Yes, baby. That's exactly why you birthed a Leo. You have to be able to show people yourself because you have something that all of us need. And we can't see it if you hiding it. You can't see it if you hiding it. That's why it's important for us to exist as our authentic self. The greatest frequency that you can release from yourself is authenticity. There's a study about it. Taurus mom, Capricorn dad, 2 earth parents. Oh, child. Wait, what's your sign? Because Taurus is about like your values. Capricorn is more about like discipline, structure, authority. What do you feel the significance is of me and my mom having the same B-day as a Pisces and a rising Aries? It's probably that you are here to mirror back to her what she cannot see, meaning like her blind spots. She probably so disconnected from herself in her you know, particular essence. And that tends to happen when you assimilate to the system, when you assimilate to the patriarchy. You know, women get lost in that whole cycle. And she's probably really disconnected from herself. You're a Pisces with Aquarius, baby. Freedom, restrictions, which I don't really necessarily... Pisces are usually more dreamy, more creative, more whatever, but maybe you put restrictions on yourself because Aquarius is definitely that humanitarian energy. They definitely want to be of service to other people. Meaning like make it better for the full collective. So maybe not seeing the bigger picture. But also Aquariuses are that energy that needs to be liberated. It needs to be free. Scorpio again is depth. Libra definitely do be holding accountable. Absolutely. A Libra is definitely going to get its justice. So anytime that you giving it, you better be able to take it with a Libra. I'm a Capricorn and had a Pisces mother. Yeah, she probably needed structure because Pisces can be really, really fucking dreamy. They can be really imaginative. They can kind of be delusional. Like they in a fantasy fucking world. And the Capricorn is very practical. It's very stable. It's very down to earth. So you was probably here to ground her. Oh, you're a Capricorn. Okay. With two okay. Yep. So probably still discipline. Because you said, I think you said your dad is a Capricorn. Hold on, let me go back up. Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry, I missed some of y'all comments. I was trying to... Oh, Taurus mom, who had a Capricorn, definitely structure. Capricorn dad, and you was probably mirroring back to your dad. Neither one of them probably had structure. But you tell me. I'm a Gemini and I've always hated small talk. LL never resonates with me. And that's because Geminis are ruled by Mercury. Y'all like the excitement of communication. So for y'all, I just think that if something don't have substance or if something is not interesting to y'all, what are we talking about? And I think y'all very clever in the way that y'all lace things together. Y'all very charismatic, definitely class clown type of energy. If I can't get deep with you on board, absolutely. I'm a Pisces mom, and Aries dad. Yep, so you mirroring back your mom. She's probably a little disconnected from herself. She needs to get into her divine feminine energy. Aries dad is like the zest for life. You know, it's like kind of like that Fool's card in tarot where you stepping out into the unknown, but you're doing it in a jolly way. I'm the one who has the two earth parents. Yeah, Carl, I was talking to you. So what I was saying was that if you got a Taurus mom and a Capricorn dad, they probably, and they birthed a Capricorn, then they probably still need structure and discipline, specifically for your mom around her values. But for your dad, you were probably just mirroring back to him. It's that authority, it's that leadership ability, it's that abundance energy, you know. Sagittarius mom, Leo dad, I'm a Virgo. Organization, for sure. I feel like one thing about Virgos is Virgos notice everything because Virgos are constantly in analyzing themselves internally. So Virgos are able to see what other people are not able to see because they're constantly looking, they're constantly analyzing, you know. So Virgos can tell you a lot about yourself. I'm a Pisces sun. Yeah, I have a Capricorn stellium. See, yeah, I'm a Taurus sun and I have a Capricorn stellium. Not only that, I'm a Capricorn Taurus because I'm a third decan Taurus. So I'm here talking about the decans or the decans, whatever you want to call them. But there are 3 energies in each sign. Every 10 degrees is a different energy. So for a Taurus, if you're born at the beginning of Taurus, you're going to be double ruled by Taurus, meaning that you double ruled by Venus. Those are the true Tauruses. Right? But then when you get into the middle section, which is usually the 1st through the 10th, I believe, you are ruled by Virgo, which means that you're co-ruled by Mercury, which is about communication. It's about technology. It's about all of this, you know? So the second 10 degrees is ruled by Mercury, and then the last 10 degrees is ruled by Capricorn, which are the hard working. That's why mainly Tauruses that are born towards the end of May are the ones who are hitting the fucking pavement, but also the ones born in the middle too, because Virgos are analytical as shit. Virgos are Beyonce, Michael Jackson, like people who actually were like really good entertainers because they put everything together and put all the details into place. Virgos pay attention to the details, and then they help you bring organization to those things. They're very structured people. The way I'm going, I'm about to have a whole horoscope, right? Ooh, child. Yep, I'm double ruled Pisces. I'm an Aquarius with a Sag mom and a Libra dad. Yep, it's probably freedom. Because the Sagittarius energy is not supposed to be A Sagittarius energy is supposed to be energy that's exploratory, energy that's into new things, trying new things all the time, having a multitude of different experiences. So there's got to be some type of restrictions or something in her life that she's placing. She might have some heavy Capricorn placements. Libra dad is balance for sure for him, but having an Aquarius kid is, he probably just doesn't have, he probably places a lot of restrictions on himself, or he's resistant to change. My ruling planet is Saturn. Yeah, I'm ruled by Saturn and Venus. Oh, so are you double Saturn? Yeah, so that if Sagittarius is in your South Node, that's what you're comfortable with. That's your comfort zone, but that's what you're supposed to be moving away from this lifetime. So you probably, I don't know what your North Node is, but it's probably something that needs stability, something that has more structure, because Sagittarius is just like this exploring energy. It's probably something that needs that. That's overwhelming when it comes to that emotionally with the moon. My Sagittarius son is so scared to try new things if he thinks he won't be good at it. You gotta teach him that it's okay it's okay to not be good at everything. And it's not about being good at it. It's about having fun. We've been doing it all wrong. We think that there's like a scale of success when it comes to things. No, it's not about being good at it. It's about having fun trying to do it. But we be so worried about how other people are gonna perceive us. You know? We be so worried about them other people. Teach our boy that it is okay to be bad at things. Laugh at yourself. Laugh with yourself. Hell, I do stuff all the time that I'm not very good at. Is it discouraging? Yes, but I just laugh. My ass is goofy. And then I just try it again later. Pluto in the 8th house. Your 8th house is like subconscious, so there's gonna be a lot of transformation when it comes to your subconscious mind. Oh shit, sorry y'all. It's moving so fast. Yeah, so with Sagittarius energy in that 8th house, so 8th house is your subconscious. It's other people's money. It's like all kind of things that go in there. So you're going to experience some luck in that 8th house because of Sagittarius. That Jupiter energy is there. So you might be naturally lucky in that those 8th house planets, but you're going to go through a lot of transformation when it comes to your subconscious mind. So it will really benefit you to learn how to adapt to change quickly, and to learn that in those situations where you're experiencing pain or whatever, to go within, do some shadow work. Do shadow work. Constantly be doing your shadow work when stuff is happening, because constantly be discovering yourself. You're probably going to have to reinvent yourself multiple times when it comes to your internal world. That's why I said to find someone to stay young with, not old with, period. My North Node is in Gemini and South Sagittarius. Yeah, so you're supposed to be moving more towards this Gemini energy, which is very charismatic. It's very communicative. Gemini is an exciting energy because Gemini teaches us in the multitude of different ways how to communicate. Gemini is a very fun, charismatic energy, but be careful with that Gemini though, because oh no, you're here to learn, Gemini. So yeah, communication. I'm Libra with the Aquarius mom and Cancer dad. Yep, they probably needed balance, harmony. My mom is a handful. Oh, baby, I know. You ain't got to tell me about them Aquarius' child. My dad is an Aquarius. I'm still recovering. Yeah. You just got to bring the fun back into it for them. Oh, she's double rule Saturn. Okay. Baby. Don't put no restrictions on yourself. You literally need to start thinking that the sky is the fucking limit. There is nothing that you cannot touch. There's nothing that you cannot reach. Because Saturn usually points out to you what restrictions you have placed on yourself. People like to say Saturn puts restrictions on you. No, Saturn is holding up a mirror to you and saying, baby, if you don't fix this, we're never going to get anywhere. We have work to do. We need to be thriving. We can't even thrive because you got all this shit in our way. Clean this up, please. Oh, I think I'm doing it, Pisces, pretty good. Yeah. Communication is really important with that Gemini energy, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is that neutral energy. Mercury is the only planet that is both feminine and masculine energy. So Gemini has a really, really balanced aspect to them. And they're very charismatic. They're very clever. They're very exciting. But the only thing is that they can get a little chatty. They can get a little messy with the gossip because they just like all forms of communication. Hi, Mora. She can't stand my father. Child, my mama can't stand my father either. My mama was a Sagittarius and married an Aquarius. Like, are you okay? Or either one of y'all cray. Okay, both of my parents were certified crash outs. Both of them. I done seen both of them fight. Literally insane. Two insane people come together. They made great kids, but gee, that's about all they did that was great together. Child. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jay. They weren't okay. They wasn't. They was in that motherfucker fight for their life. They was in that bitch fight for their life, child. Oh. And Aquarius is compartmentalized so bad. And what's crazy about Aquarius is that they know. They literally have the awareness to know what they need to fix. They just don't be doing that shit. They just put it in a box and throw that shit away. But the problem is they still feel everything. They're just holding on to the emotions and just tucking it away, but they still feeling all of it. So it's just like, damn, like, babe, you have the raw material. You're just not doing nothing about it. I love Aquarius energy too. I feel like I see them. They mask a lot. They are always going to tell you they're okay. They're not okay. That's why they're running around trying to help everybody. They want somebody to help them, but they don't know how to ask for that. You know? I've had many Aquarius friends. My best friend my whole life was an Aquarius. But, you know, she knew she was supposed to hold herself accountable, but there was no accountability. And unfortunately, I can't be there, babes. I'll just go get some new friends. There's more where you came from. Oh shit, that's a lot of arguing. That feels like a lot of arguing. My dad is an Aquarius, my mom is a Libra. Ooh, she was probably trying to force him to hold himself accountable. Force him. Because an Aquarius, man, they just will not look at themselves in the mirror. They just will not look at themselves in the mirror. Because they don't want to deal with it. Instead of dealing with it, they just hold it. That's why they call it the water bearers. They're holding all the water. They're holding all the damn water, child. But I like Aquarius energy, though. I have fun with them because Aquariuses remind me how to just, like, have fun. Like, if you go out with an Aquarius, it's like y'all are about to be on the dance floor, like, having fun, letting free, not, like, doing the weirdest shit. Me and my best friend used to break dance in the middle of the club. Why are you doing that? But it was fun. You know what I'm saying? They teach you how to be liberated. They teach you how to just be out there and be okay with people judging you and people feeling some type of way. But then they also have like a really strong sense of justice. So they definitely gonna have your back to almost to a fault. Almost to the point where it's interference. Baby, I don't need you to punch this man in his damn throat. I need you to just hold me. Like, damn. My favorite cousin is a Virgo and a Sagittarius. Yeah, my favorite cousin is a Virgo too, and a Leo. But I ain't gonna lie, my Libra cousin, love her too. No, because my Scorpio cousin. Listen, I have different favorite cousins for different things. Like, my Scorpio cousin probably is like very, very much so at the very top. And it's only because I could talk to him about anything. And he's so emotionally intelligent. Spiritually intelligent. The emotional intelligence we working on. But he's so intelligent. You know, and Scorpios are all about depth. I need people I can talk to because I am intense. And so he gets me because he's just as fucking intense. His is just on the outside. Mine's is on the inside. I'm able to hide mine. He's not able to hide his. But my Leo cousin, beautiful, beautiful ass fucking personality. I wish she could see herself through my lens. She's amazing with words too. She's great at poetry, and I keep trying to get her to just put it out there, and she just won't do it. I'll keep working on it so I can bring you guys some magic. But I love my Virgo cousin, and my Virgo cousin got a Taurus moon, and I already told y'all, Taurus moon is my favorite, one of my favorite placements. Talk about beautiful fucking humans. Those are beautiful fucking humans. They genuinely care about other people. One of my favorite cousins. And when she says stuff to me, like, I just listen to, I don't listen to a lot of people. I don't listen to a lot of people. But when she says something to me, I just be like, damn, cuz, you right. And just because she's such a beautiful person, like, if I'm in that moody Scorpio dark ass fucking energy, she'd be like, why is this bothering you like this? Like, what's going on? One of my best friends is a Cancer. Yeah, I had a recent friend that was a Cancer, and I ain't gonna lie, I love that girl. But sometimes when Cancer is not healed, that manipulation is a bitch. And as a person who has been manipulated my whole life, that's hard to deal with. And it's crazy because they do have that nurturing, like, make you feel good, you got what you need type of energy. And everybody needs those type of people around them. But manipulation is crazy. I'm a Taurus. Cancers are crazy though. They like, I think that, ain't that the sign? Them and Capricorn and Tauruses are at the top of the serial killers list. Like, I feel like Cancer is number one. Cancers are diabolical. Cancers are diabolical. That uninvolved and involved aspect is so important to know. Yes, it is. Oh yeah, one thing about a Cancer, Cancers be mean girl. They be the mean girls. And I feel like they be the girls who, and they not outwardly the mean girl. They the mean girl who's gonna have other people do the shit for them. They that type of mean girls. Like, they put other people into their motherfucking mess. And I feel like, what do I feel like them? They really, really care about their appearance. They care about themselves. I feel like when a Cancer's in a bad mood, they just need to go get their nails done, their hair done, and look pretty, and they'll be okay. they'll be okay. But Cancers are the type of people who are patient when it comes to their revenge. They might not get that shit today. They might not get that shit tomorrow, but they gonna get that shit. You're gonna have to pay for what you did to them. And it's going to be psychotic. It's going to be diabolical. It's going to be calculated. It's going to be calculated. Because they're going to make sure that this lick hurts. You ain't never going to do that ever again in your life. Child. Cancers are dangerous. Cancers are dangerous sometimes. I know. I love me some Cancer. I am. That is the energy that I'm most at home in, is that Cancer energy. But if you ask me to date one, I'm just gonna be alone. I'm not mean at all. I stick to myself. I don't like people. That's one. But this is the thing that I'll say about Cancers though, is that Cancers and Tauruses are the same energy, just a different font. Cancers and Tauruses are the same energy, just a different font. We are homebodies. We like to stay to ourselves. You know, yes, we socialize. We don't really have a lot of friends, you know, but the friends that we do have, we really do cherish them. Cancers are absolutely going to say what needs to be said. Like, they do hold grudges, but that's the sign that's like, if I beef with you, I'm beefing with you forever. But they sweet, they kind, but they don't take lightly to you fucking with them. They do not take lightly to that. Oh yeah, you got a lot of feminine energy around and you masculine energy. Because Gemini is smart too. Gemini is intellect. Geminis are pure intellect. I don't think they get enough, they don't get enough credit for how fucking smart they are. Yeah, that's what Cancers are. I'm not going to start it with you, but don't do nothing out the way because shit could get hectic. Yeah, I think Cancers make beautiful friends. I agree. Gemini, Taurus, cusp. Oh yeah, you got that dual energy. I love being a Taurus. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I do too. Emnada. I think that's how you say your name. I'm sorry if it's not. But I love Taurus people. I have dated them. They've been my best friends. Like, that's probably one of my favorite energies. I understand why I picked Taurus, because Taurus is the energy that you see the beauty through life. Like, you see the beauty in life through Taurus, because Taurus is the sign of the senses. So we always have good taste in everything, food, fashion, like all of that. We have really, really good taste in things. And it's more so about the value of things. But not only that, Tauruses are super loyal, fiercely loyal people. And we genuinely care about other people. Like, there's a strong sense of, there's a strong love for humanity in that Taurus energy. I heard this song in a minute. My North Node is in Taurus. Yes. Oh, I'm a Taurus Venus too. I'm a Taurus Mercury, Venus, and Sun. Yeah, Geminis are good energy. Geminis get such a bad rap, and it's just because Geminis are here to teach us about the extremes in duality. So people are like, they have two separate personalities. It's not really that. They just have the whole spectrum. You know, it's all the same energy, but they exhibit both the actual side and the shadow side, and they both up front, if that makes sense. So they, like, Geminis are here to teach us how to navigate the dualities in life. Yeah, Cancers and Taurus are the same energy, but like just different font, baby. Yeah, I wish I had more Taurus in my tropical astrology. Yeah, thanks so much for your last post. You were so welcome, baby. I'm a Capricorn sun and a Cancer rising. My crash out is dangerous. Baby, I don't even want no smoke. You know what would be even crazier though? Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Cancer together. Because I feel like Sagittarius is fight for sport. They do it for the thrill, baby. And I don't think that Tauruses are the expensive ones. I think that Libras are the expensive ones. Because they be leaving Libra out of that materialistic conversation. And I need y'all to rewind that back. Rewind that back. Tauruses love the materialism, meaning that we appreciate the art of everything. We appreciate the material world. But materialistic, you're not going to tell me that's not Libra. Kim Kardashian, Jada Waiter. What? Please, we just appreciate things. My Venus and Mercury. Oh, Venus and... My Venus is... Are you Taurus and Mercury? North Node in Taurus. Yeah, Taurus is here to teach you about possessions. Taurus is about your values and what is important to you, what's important in life, and really understanding that, and also understanding that everything in life is best enjoyed with this sense of detachment, meaning that not everything is forever, and Taurus is like to hold on to things, right? So you have to really, really learn how to let things go, let them be what they are, let people come in and people go out, you know, because Taurus has a very possessive nature, and there's just a little smidge of jealousy there. Is that considered two stelliums for you? No, I just have a Capricorn stellium. Because they're not in the same house. So a stellium is when you have a multitude of planets in the same energy, in the same house. So for me, in my third house, I have Capricorn and multiple planets that are all in my third house, which is my communication house. So restrictions around communication, no wonder I have a throat block, you know. Cancers are here to teach us how to feel. So if your father is a Capricorn, he's probably really good at not showing his emotions. Because people try to say that Capricorns are not emotional. I don't know where people are getting that. They are very emotional. And they actually make decisions from a place of understanding the emotion, but not doing it from the emotion, if that makes sense. So if you're a Cancer, you're probably trying to teach him to be more nurturing, more loving, more like give himself more grace. Because because Cancer is the moon. The moon is the feminine. So also the subconscious mind, you know, what's hidden as well. And what's hidden is specific around the emotions. So he probably has a lot of repressed emotion. Child, my mom is a Sagittarius too. I'm gonna pray for you right now. I do not wish that on people because I'm telling you, that is a death row contract. I just must have said, just give me all the shit and throw me in there. Yeah, 3 to 4 in the same house. That's how I feel about Geminis and Pisces. They are very much alike in many ways. I agree with that. I actually agree with that. I think Pisces is a little bit more mature. I have 2 stelliums. Ooh, that's a lot of energy. Concentrated in one area. Whatever those areas are really, really important in your life. That's what you're here to learn. Every time I sit in meditation position, my neck gets uncomfortable. Does that mean anything? You probably have a throat blockage. That's what I'm trying to get rid of right now. That's why I keep seeing me roll around my neck, because all this concentrated energy, once I figured out that my daddy had broke my heart, all this energy released around my chest and it all went up to my damn neck. So I keep having to clear my energy throughout the day, and I keep I need to lay down and do my energy work. That's probably what I'm about to do in just a minute. I've been trying to get on here every day and just talk to y'all because I feel like, why not? What y'all doing anyway? I don't hate the Sagittarius moms. My mom, maybe you wasn't on my live. You probably wasn't on my live yesterday. My mom is the most beautiful person I ever met in my entire fucking life. If you want somebody who's gonna be real honest, who likes to have fun, who wears her heart on her fucking sleeve, nobody's gonna ferociously defend you like a Sagittarius. They're really like, if you think you're gonna go low and they're gonna go high, you're absolutely wrong. They're gonna drag you right to fucking hell where you belong about they fucking people. I never felt like I wasn't protected with my mom. And she cares about other people so deeply. Because Sagittarius have a strong sense or a strong love for humanity and other people. They really don't just care about themselves, they care about other people. You know, they're very generous. The most generous, like fire signs are generous as hell, and we don't talk about that enough. So generous. So much so that they'd rather them be broke than the people around them, and I don't understand that. So I don't got nothing against no Sag mama. I'm grateful. But I do got trauma. And I'm going to tell y'all about that trauma. If I don't do nothing else, we're going to talk about the trauma. 2 things can exist at once. Capricorn moon. Capricorn rising. Okay, you got a lot of Cap energy. You probably need to be grounded in your dreaminess. You probably need structure, baby. Yeah, my mom is a Sagittarius moon. A Sagittarius sun, a Sagittarius moon, and a Sagittarius Mercury. Mercury and Sagittarius is crazy. That's impulsive, scary anger. That's a lot of fucking anger. Child, she was such a firecracker too. She didn't take no shit. She didn't care if you was her mama, her auntie, her nothing. I done seen her beat up all of them. A stellium is when you have multiple planets in the same zodiac sign in the same house. Multiple meaning it has to be 3 to 4. Yeah, tapping is good. I actually don't like tap in the physical. I tap on my spine, each vertebrae. In the spiritual, because you don't actually need the stuff in the physical. I'm telling you, and you can feel it. You can even use a tuning fork. Like to clear my energy, I'll use a tuning fork. And I feel my whole body vibrating. Yeah, your neck is probably tight because you have communication issues. So you got to figure out where that stems from so you can release that energy. And people abuse it. Yes, they do. I'm going to assume that you mean y'all generosity. I agree. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I was lucky enough to, like, my mom was always super accountable. And I think it's because of the trauma that she had been through in her life. And she had went so long being unheard because nobody wanted to see her. Nobody wanted to hear her. Nobody wanted to acknowledge her because then if they acknowledged her, then they know that they would have to change. And they didn't want to do that. So they left her screaming her whole fucking life. And I think that because she's had experienced so much pain, it made her really, really good at being able to hold herself accountable because nobody was owning up to their shit. Like, she wanted to be different from them, which led her on like a specific journey. And I feel like my mama apologized to me about everything in my childhood. Like, before I even knew that I needed that. You know? Like, my mama, anytime I'm telling her something, she's like, I can't tell you how to feel, and I can't tell you that that's not valid. The only thing I can do is support you and reassure you that, you know, that's not what I wanted, or whatever the case may have been. Very, very accountable, very honest, very raw type of energy. And I appreciate her so much because having a parent that's accountable and the one that's not, like, it's like having a damn stroke. Because just like she could do it, why can't you do it? Yeah, you gotta let your kids have a voice. You gotta let your kids analyze and critique you as well. It's not fair for you to literally be contributing to all your kids' experiences and then not allow them to give you no feedback. I don't like that. I don't like that. I was lucky enough to have a voice in my house. And if I didn't have a voice, I was just going, you was going to hear me. You was going to hear me. But both my parents allowed me to have a voice, which I loved. They should have a voice. They shouldn't feel stifled because what you're doing is setting them up for trauma that they're going to have to unpack later, unlearn later when they become an adult. Like, why not set them up? I'm about to die, y'all. Why not set them up for success? No upfront voices for me. Nah, for real. Capricorn, definitely none of that. Yeah, you learn so much because your kids are literally what you need. You are perfect for them. They are perfect for you. Y'all chose each other long before y'all got here. That's why when I be talking about abortions and miscarriages and stuff like that, 9 times out of 10, it's the same soul coming back. Maybe they wasn't ready that time that they came and they said, you know what, I need to learn a bit more on the spiritual realm before I head there. But a lot of times it's the same soul that comes back. So, you know, when we grieve a kid, it's like that was just a vessel. Because when you pregnant, the spirit of the baby's going in and out because they still learning on the spiritual plane. So they come in, you know, they go out. They come in, they go out. That's why you're not feeling them kick throughout the whole day. Because they're still learning what they need to learn. They're preparing because we have a plan. We just don't be remembering the plan. So the whole purpose of this is to get back, stay in alignment with ourselves so that we can get the guidance that we need so that we can follow the plan. What type of readings, babe? I only do human design readings. Right now, I am going to open back up to psychic readings because I'll do it for my family or like somebody like that. But, you know, some people don't be having the best energy and I be having to really clear myself after those readings. That's probably exactly the lesson my parents needed. Well, I don't know if they learned though. Oh yeah, I was absolutely the lesson my parents need to learn. Mommy and me reading is 89, I think. Is it 89 or 85? I think it's 89. And a regular reading, full reading on yourself is $80. And a mini reading is $35. Oh yeah, for the children it's gonna be 89. Oh shit. But I would recommend it though, because I mean, like, usually when people do human design readings, they do it in like 3 sessions and they make you pay an astronomical amount of money. I didn't want to do that because I think everybody needs to have access to this information. So I'm trying to keep it as low as possible. But most of the time, it takes me like an hour and a half to get through a full reading. Oh, just email me. It's Taja Moore, TajaMoore16 @gmail. Just email me. And I feel like girls too be different energy. Like the reason why a lot of men will have girls is because they need that feminine energy. Because them are usually the men who are deep off in their masculine bag. So they need feminine energy because they need to, you are masculine energy and your feminine energy, and they need to be in balance. So if you're abusing the feminine, then you need feminine energy in your life because you're probably not honoring it in yourself either. You know? Do you provide follow-up readings? What do you mean? Because when I do a human design reading, I record it and then I send y'all the video, but I do it on Telegram so that y'all can always have access to me. So when y'all are like reviewing the information or whatever and y'all have questions, y'all can reach out to me. Or like if it's months later and you're going through something and you're trying to like understand how your energy interacts, like I always make myself available to anybody who has gotten a reading from me. You can talk to me all the time. Some of them just talk to me to check in on me or tell me, you know, some people write me and tell me like they implemented something I said with their kid and it worked really great. Like I love that type of stuff. Why are kids so expensive? Child, I don't know. They are expensive. It's probably because they grow really fast though. If kids could just be like adults and stay in the same size clothing the whole time, we would be good. But it's that they constantly changing so fast. How long did it take you to learn all this? So fascinating. Probably like a 6-hour rabbit hole. It wasn't a lot. Because when I want to learn something or I'm curious about something, I will sit there all day. I get hyper focused on stuff. Definitely think I'm a little neurospicy. Wanted a boy so bad, but that's his 4th girl. Yeah, because he ain't doing the feminine right. She not about to give you no boy. You have enough boy for all of us. You have enough boy for all the boys. You need feminine energy. And they gonna be his karma. Oh, for spiritual school, her page is Natalie, NATALIE_Marconi, MARCONI. I just have updated questions regarding how it aligns with my human design. Oh, you saying like you have questions about your human design that you already got done. DM me. But make sure you send me a picture of your chart though. So I can look and see, be on the same page with you. No negative vibes from Telegram. No, I haven't had no negative vibes from Telegram. I know that the guy is under scrutiny for not releasing private information or whatever, but I go to Telegram because all them other places like Zoom or like whatever, them is places where they watch you. Anytime you see double O's, that means them people is watching. Telegram, they can't. He's a private company. I just like my privacy, so I just go to Telegram. Oh yeah, I'm a deep diving animal. I'm a deep diving animal. Yes, she is. She's tagged in that video that I made about attachment. She's tagged in that video that, I think that's the video everybody was asking me about spirit school. I'm sitting outside in the video. It was last week or a couple weeks ago. It's got a couple 100,000, I think it's like at 100,000 people views or something. Oh wow, I never made that connection. Oh yeah, you probably need some of that masculine energy, some more discipline, some more logic, some more analytical organization type of energy, because masculine energy is like analysis, it's logic, it's like everything that helps you survive this material world, whereas feminine energy is like the stuff that's hidden. Yeah, that's what I used to teach. That's how I built my platform, is teaching people about the straw man. Two O's watching you for sure. Oh yeah, absolutely, baby. I might tell you a joke. My daughter was definitely karma for her dad. Yes, I was too. He was abusing the feminine. When you abuse the feminine, oh, she's gonna come. She's coming for you. And my dad was abusing, physically abusing the feminine. And now he had to face that shit. And I'm what he has to face. Now explain to me why you was doing that. And now I'm supposed to trust you? He hates when I have to perceive him. He hates when I'm being honest and letting him know who he is. Because I'm going to get you together. I'm pulling you by them edges because you had me messed up. And not only that, you had my mama messed up. And I gave him his karma right in front of his parents too. Now you got to face your parents and tell them what you did too. Yeah, just get on YouTube. There's a channel called Robots and Patriots. Everything that you need to know about the secure party creditor, everything you need to know about the straw man, Robots and Patriots. Combos in Telegram can be subpoenaed. They can. But I put a disclaimer, a contract in my Telegram, meaning that I post something specific with any chat that I don't want them to have access to, and because they don't respond to it, there's something called silent acquiescence, meaning that they agreed to the contract because they never responded to it. Screams every time he touches her, and you can see the pain in him spiritually when she does. You cannot be abusing the feminine and think you ain't gonna get your karma. This is her shit. This realm is the feminine. We are literally on earth. That is feminine energy. You know? Do not play with her. Because justice will be served. But I gotta go, y'all, because my phone about to die. It's actually on like 5%. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. I'm going to be trying to go live more often. I've been trying to do it multiple times throughout the week just so that I can get comfortable being in front of y'all, because sometimes I be feeling a little uncomfortable and I just be needing to get in front of y'all sometimes, just because, you know, I'm human too. So, you know. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm good at talking to people, but sometimes it's just like, I'm a rambler. I'm a chatty Cathy myself. So yeah. But anyways, I love y'all, and I'll probably talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a great night. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm glad that this was encouraging. Love y'all back.